Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 50 of Speak On It, the AJ Hawk episode.
Not the AJ Hawk episode.
Definitely got that, pulled that one out of thin air. I've been looking
not,
for
not the AJ Hawk
that.
episode. Yo, you was in your nasty bag. Nah, you was in your nasty bag of research to pull up. Not the AJ. Yo, nah, you was in your nasty bag of research. My man
How
started off.
about how about Larry Foote, the Larry Foote episode?
Oh my god.
Hey,
Hold
we
on.
here.
Hold on. Don't Cole Anthony, who was in the slam dunk
Oh
contest, whereas
yeah,
number 50 people, we're gonna talk about the damn slam dunk contest. His dad, old Anthony, wore it.
I forgot about that. Oh my,
Shoot.
it's about to be a real dusty episode. Then I'm your host, Danny Ocean. As always, joined by the smoothest man on the planet, Losty Mix. How are you living on 2/22/22?
Yo, I am living blessed. It's another great day to be great. I am gonna add this. If you woke up this morning and thought you were getting a Kanye album, you out your damn mind. You should really be ashamed of yourself at thinking that was about to really, really happen, because it's not. No, man, I'm doing good, man. It's been a good week, good busy week at the job. You know how we do. We trying to get to that money, baby. So it's been a little busy there, but as always, I've been looking forward to coming in, talking. Yo, not gonna lie to you. Wednesday or Thursday of last week, I thought it was going to be a slow week of news outside of the All-Star game. And
Yeah,
boy, did Saturday and Sunday, did things just heat up on Saturday and Sunday.
business picked up for sure.
All right,
Um,
people, today, let me tell you what we're about to get into. And then Danny is going to let y'all know about the going for two info as usual. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA All-Star game. Y'all saw that boy Steph Curry. He the MVP, but Bron won the game. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of the other All-Star activities, dunk contest, the skills challenge. And we're going to then shift into talking about the second half of this NBA season. A couple injuries we heard, and then we're trying to figure out this whole Zion Williamson thing, but I don't think we ever really will. We'll talk a little bit about the Juwan Howard scuffle, and then my guy Danny has some words for you Dirk naysayers and
yes,
haters out here. But Danny, let them know about the network going for two.
So as always, the show sponsored by goingfor2.com. Head over to goingfor2.com for all your fantasy needs. And today is the last day to take advantage of the Going for Two League podcast promotion. The guys at Going for Two will do a customized podcast for your fantasy league. It is a 22% discount, and that discount ends tonight at midnight. So get on your ish if you want this thing to happen in your league. A lot of knowledgeable people. Again, it's 22% off, and it ends tonight at midnight. So head over to goingfor2.com for more information. D, kick us off.
All right, people. I'm going to kick us off, not slap us off. Shout out to my man, Juwan Howard. Yo, first off, we're going to talk about it. Yo, that man told him not to touch him, though.
He said,
That's
"Don't
what
touch
we're
him."
going to do. That's why the name of this episode is He Tried to Warn Him. Because people, when someone tells you, don't touch me, you should listen to them when they say, don't touch me. Especially if in between the don't, the touch, and the me, if they throw a fucking in there, they throw a fucking anywhere in there, you better not lay a finger on them. It's about to pay.
Just keep it moving, dog. Like, I didn't understand.
That's exactly what they said. Please keep it moving. Like, man, don't fucking touch me. If someone says, yo, don't fucking touch me, and you still touch them, that means, yo, at that point, you are attacking them. Physical attack. They got to defend themselves.
Right.
I'm on your side, baby. I'm on your side.
Like,
right.
if someone says, don't fucking touch me, just know they're looking to fight. Like, they ready to fight. They just telling you, like, they're just telling you that they're ready to fight.
Yo, nah, they don't. Yeah, they be like, yo, don't fucking. Then they be extra with it. Fucking
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like,
that is.
yo.
I'm ready to fight. So you better be ready if you put your hands on me.
Oh my goodness. All right. Speaking of a fight, the All-Star game this weekend, and all of our favorite NBA players are there to put on the show. Our guy, Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, won the MVP by dropping 50. But of course, in the All-Star game in Cleveland, you knew who was going to make the game-winning shot. Of course, it is going to be
Yes.
LeBron James. So, my first question to you. Let's start sequential during the All-Star weekend. Let's let's start with the skills challenge,
Okay.
right? So this year they started a new format. They did the team thing. It was real team oriented. So I don't know if you saw. I think it was after the first round. Team Giannis and Team Cavs were tied.
Mm-hmm.
So to break this tiebreaker, they had a shootout. So Team Cavs sent their best shooter, Darius Garland, out there. Makes sense.
Yep.
Why Giannis? Why Giannis? Why Giannis duck that smoke, dog? Why Giannis duck the smoke, man? Come on. Now Giannis gonna send his baby brother out there? He saw Darius Garland was like,
See,
nah,
this
finesses, chances have been there. That's what they said.
Giannis was being an excellent big brother and allowing his younger brother to get a little bit of shot. And that's all that
Oh,
was.
got a
Giannis
younger
wasn't
bro out
scared.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, he let the two young bulls shoot it out. Giannis, an old head. He said,
Man,
"Hey,
I
little
think he
bro."
bricked that shit. I think that's
Oh yeah.
he
Oh,
he,
Giannis would have
he
bricked that
shot
joint.
that shit and it looked like a Russell Westbrook mid-range shit.
Like if you're Team Cavs, who do you want to shoot that shot? Right? Because none of them can really shoot.
Nah, the Garland can shoot. It's Team
Oh yeah,
Giannis.
yeah. I'm talking about if you're on Team Cavs, you look at Giannis's team and you're like, well, who's gonna make this shot? It doesn't matter
Oh.
who come out here; they're gonna brick it regardless. It doesn't matter. So who cares? Let
Now,
Giannis.
I will say this in Team Antetokounmpo's defense, I thought they were going to do better considering two of the first three brothers made the damn 5-point shot. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, all right, y'all can shoot that thing.
that was it. The only
Nah,
reason they made the 5-point shots because they shoot so hard that the 5-point shot was like the perfect distance. Dog, them boys was throwing up hammers.
oh my goodness. Didn't Team Rooks win it? I believe it was
Yeah,
Team
they
Rooks who
wanted.
won it, which kind of makes sense if you think about the skill sets of
Yes.
those rookies. I mean, those are what the future of the NBA is. It's like young, versatile, big men and wing players. So shout out to Team Rooks. I would say on a A to F grading scale, the skills challenge is like a solid B minus.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I
It
enjoyed it. I
took a
thought
little. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I was like, it seems like this new format really helped him out in sort of figuring out a way to make it a little bit more engaging. It used to be the skills challenge was first because it was such ass, but now, you get added in a little bit of a format like that. I like it. I like where they taking the culture.
I enjoyed it a lot. I just feel like it was too long. Like the skills competition was like 45 minutes. It was almost
Well,
an
because
hour.
they had to add three teams of three, and they had 2 rounds. So
That's true.
every player had to do it. So it's relay style, but it was worth it. You get a little bit more
I
fun.
enjoyed it though.
All right, so let's transition into that night some. So with 3-point contest, shout out to our guy Carl Anthony Towns. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave this one.
Okay.
Carl Anthony Towns. This does not make you the greatest shooting big man ever.
It
Just
does
gonna
not.
just gonna stop you right there.
We'll talk about that later.
But you are the first center to win that one. So shout out to you. That generational and they shout out to Carl Anthony Towns. So let's go to the end of that night. And I think the 3-point contest really should have been the end of the night because I think everyone wanted to leave after that. But nonetheless, we got a slam dunk contest. It was Jalen Green, it was Obi Toppin, it was Cole Anthony. Danny, what the fuck was that?
So before we talk about the dunk contest, I do want to say I'm glad Obi won because he was robbed last year. Like this was the universe fixing itself because Obi should have won last year. Anyway, back to the Saturday night. Jesus, it was so terrible. Like, did you see the when Jalen Green missed that dunk and there's a video of Kareem.
Green, Green
Kareem was
said,
like, all right.
Green says, man, you can't make shit, man. Yeah, Jalen Green taking about 16 attempts per dunk attempt. Cole Anthony out here risking his life and well-being trying to jump in Tim.
Which
And
was
I'm
funny.
sorry to say this, but Obi Toppin was doing the same dunk remixed and put it in reverb, like rickety, sort of remixed dunks over and over again. So of course you got to let him win. He was the only damn one making the damn dunks.
Obi said, all I got to do is complete the dunk and I'm gonna win. That's the easiest strategy
No,
ever.
that dunk contest, they was out there having a mid-off. Nah, not even a mid-off.
Not
Because
even a mid.
mid-off refers to at least some of the dunks being good. They was out there having an ass off. Which dunk can piss off the people more? Who won it from that perspective?
Right. I will say, wearing someone else's jersey to pay homage, like, that's played out. Like, if you do that, you should be automatically kicked out of the dunk contest. He pulled out that
I'm
Jason
so
Richardson
glad that you
jersey.
bringing us there.
I was like, yo, this is so played out. Like, it was cool when Nate Robinson did it with Spud Webb because they're short. But if I see anyone else bring out a Vince Carter jersey, a Jason Richardson jersey, a Dr. J jersey, that is so played out. Please, for the love of everything holy, stop bringing out people's jerseys.
Dr. J jerseys on in that damn
Oh my,
dunk
Dr.
contest.
J would have went out and ripped it off.
Might have sent you to a real doctor. Let me tell y'all something, man. Listen, I know the slam dunk contest is a staple in our culture as basketball fans, as hip hop fans, as fans of black culture. But David Stern is rolling over in his grave right now because he's not fucking with this bullshit at all, man. This is not the NBA that David Stern sold his soul for. This is not the NBA that David Stern turned a blind eye to Michael Jordan's gambling and decided to let him retire for a little bit instead of formally suspending that man the way he wanted to publicly. This is not that NBA. This is not the NBA that let Shaq drop an album with some of the best features we've ever seen. This is not that NBA. I'm gonna need Adam Silver to stop worrying about when the hell Kyrie is gonna be able to play again because the vaccine mandates, they're gonna get lifted. The mask mandate's gonna get lifted. You need to figure out what the hell you're gonna do about the slam dunk contest because I'm gonna tell you right now. Next year it's in Salt Lake City, Utah. The baddies already don't want to fly out there. The baddies already don't want to fly out to Salt Lake City. You gotta have some disgruntled NBA players who can't fly their hoes at the Salt Lake City. You're not helping them out with a weak ass slam dunk contest. Adam Silver, listen to me, man. Call my phone. I know a little bit about brand marketing. I can get y'all back where y'all need to be. I can help you a little bit because without just Adam Silver, you had a professional basketball player trying to dunk in some Timbs.
That was funny. I'm sorry. That was the best dunk of the night. He pulled out them Timbs. Obi Toppin was so jealous. He was like, damn it, I live in New York. I ain't thinking about dunking in some butters.
Good. That's a good decision. That's a good idea. Don't hurt yourself.
So how would you revamp the dunk contest?
I mean, honestly, is there a way to make it a team format?
I'm listening.
I would say, is there a way to revamp it, make it a team format and see who can do the best collaborative dunks or maybe we got to convince actual good dunkers to compete in the dunk contest. No disrespect, but don't show me Ja Morant in the Sunday night game doing the double wing reverse slam dunk shits, and then give me this dude Cole Anthony jumping in some damn Timbs because something ain't right.
No, you can't let that go.
Not right. Something's not right. We got our guy Kyle Senra, of course, research in the chat. He says, "What's up, guys?" He also said this 3-point contest was better than the slam dunk contest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the 3-point contest, while it was better than the slam dunk contest, which is not really saying much, Kyle. I'll honestly say the skills challenge might have been better than the 3-point contest because in years past, it gets like you get some mad crazy scores, Feels like this year in the 3-point contest, it was just survive in advance.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's hard to do anyway. But I think who ended up? I think someone may end up setting a record in it. Was it? It was in the first.
It
It was
was in
not
the.
in the
It
first
wasn't.
round.
Yeah, it wasn't Luke Kennard. I know who you're talking about. Um,
It's gonna,
Dude caught fire. Yeah, it's gonna hit me
yeah, he
soon.
caught fire. He set a record. Um, but shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. In general, though, I do agree with you, Kyle. The slam dunk contest it should be better than the All Star game, but it definitely wasn't the case this year. And I'll tell you what,
No.
that All Star game is starting to get a little bit kind of entertaining to watch. They don't play no damn defense, so it's a shootout. Who can make the most shots?
Until the full. I like how the fourth quarter ends. It's not a clock. It's a number. Like, all right, you got to get to 163. Whoever gets to
Mhm.
163 first wins. I feel like that's a lot cooler than than playing hard for the last 5 minutes of the game. That's pretty dope.
Exactly. So Kyle said, which isn't really saying anything since All Star games and all sports are just boring. Yeah, which professional sports league really does their All Star game the best? The NFL is definitely at the bottom because that
I
Pro
think
Bowl.
I think
Yo,
it's the NFL.
no,
And I mean
definitely.
NBA. My
I
bad, not
would
the
take that
NFL.
home run fucking derby all day
Oh
before
yeah,
you
that's true.
send me. Yo, NFL, stop wasting the Sunday before the Super Bowl with that All Star game shit. Stop it. Stop. Y'all better off. This is what y'all should do. Y'all better off putting Texans and Jags fans in a ring
Yes.
and letting them fight for the number one overall pick because you would probably get more enthusiasm in that fight than you will get in all 18 or 17 games that the Jags and the Texans both played. And we both know they're going to be right there along with the Detroit Lions for top 3 picks in next year's draft. It's ridiculous.
You know what I would
It's
love to
ridiculous.
see in the Pro Bowl?
What?
I would love to see people play out of position. Like put Aaron Donald at quarterback. See what he got. Put
I don't.
uh
I
put
don't want
Russell
to see
Wilson
it.
at linebacker.
Man, you gonna get someone hurt out there. You gonna get someone hurt. Yeah, they're gonna put Russell Wilson. You know what quarterbacks love to think they wide receivers. You're gonna put Russell Wilson at the wideout. Boy,
It's gonna be
he gonna get
it's gonna be
rocked
fun.
coming across the middle. Kyle said that technically the MLB All Star Game is the best, but it's still boring. But it's exciting as most baseball games. Exactly. I love the All Star Game. I like the home run derby. I think one thing that we could also do. What if we? Well, I mean, I guess there's a lot of positionless basketball being
Mhm.
played now. But like, what if the All Star? Like, what if we add an event to the All Star weekend and take out maybe take out the slam dunk contest because there's only so many ways you can dunk a ball. Maybe we start adding these kings of the court or these one on ones.
Yeah. Or instead of a dunk contest, have a block contest. Get the best dunkers in the league, get the best blockers in the league, tell them meet at the rim. And we
Could
could watch
be,
Rudy Gobert get dunked on all night. I'm here for
could
that.
be. Yo, what if they did like a 6-person or 4-person 1v1 tournament?
Yeah.
I think that sounds good until you have to convince the players to enter it, and that's where it gets tricky because like okay, well the best of the back. LeBron's not gonna. He's not gonna.
No.
Honestly, I don't know though because like a either a one-on-one or a king of the court idea. They do it
Then
already in practice, especially
just
like Olympic practice.
yeah, just name it after Kobe, right? Because they love doing that. They love if it's in honor of Kobe, they love to do it. So name it the Kobe Bryant King of the Court. That's a wrap. Everybody do it.
You're right. I like it. I like it. You coming up with some good ideas. You killing it today. I like that. I like that.
I've been working hard today.
All right. So as we know, though, in regards to the NBA All-Star Game, it is also the bat signal for the second half of the season. And everyone knows during this part of the season, your team is going for the playoff push, except if you are the New Orleans Pelicans
Mm,
or the Sacramento Kings or the
mm.
Detroit Pistons or the Orlando Magic
Oh,
or the Indiana Pacers. But everyone else, y'all are definitely pushing for the playoffs. So we heard a few updates over this All-Star weekend. I don't know if for those who weren't able to catch. Number one, Chris Paul is out 6 to 8 weeks with a broken thumb. So I got two questions for you.
Go for it.
One, do you think the Suns are in trouble?
Hell yes.
You think they're in trouble?
Hell yes.
They got Devin Booker though.
So it's funny. I was watching ESPN today, and Brian Newhart said that the Suns team is one of the most clutch teams to ever play basketball ever, and that's because of Chris Paul, which is very interesting. But I think they have a 6.5 game lead over the Warriors right now, and we just saw Steph Curry drop 50 like it was nothing the other night. That shooting slump is dead. He on the way. Clay is getting healthy, Draymond getting healthy. The Warriors are coming for that one spot. And if the Phoenix Suns have to go to Golden State for a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals, try again next year because the Warriors will be going to the finals.
So, do you think that with Chris Paul being hurt, that this opens the door for other teams, maybe a Utah or maybe a Golden State, like you said, or maybe like a Memphis to make a push for that one seed?
Just Golden State. The lead is 6.5 games for Golden State. It's a lot more than that for other teams. Like Phoenix is not going to be a terrible team. They're still going to win games, but the door is open for Golden State to go on a run and take that one seed.
My second question is, how petty do you think Chris Paul is for playing in that damn game to get one assist to be the all-time leader in assists for the All-Star game?
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, what is wrong with y'all? Yo, no. We have to free the minds of our brothers from being petty.
Oh.
You know why? Because I would have did the same damn thing.
Yeah.
I would have
I done the same thing.
I would have been like, I think because was he on Team Bron?
He was in a silver jersey. Devin was on Team Durant. Yes, Chris was on Team Bron.
So he had his coach too, because Monty was coaching Team LeBron. Man, please, you'd have been
hell yeah, I'd have done it.
Monty, one assist. That's all I need.
Hey,
like, you know what? I'm passing Steph too. No, he gonna make it. I ain't gotta do nothing.
That's it. Steph is not embarrassing me for once. That's a good thing. But do you think the Suns are going to keep the one seed?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's going to be a team that goes on a run second half of the season. I think there's going to be one in each conference. I don't know if that run is going to coincide with the Suns' number one overall seed. So I'm going to say yes. The Suns will remain the number one overall seed, but I think there will be some shuffling under them because I do think they're going to hit a little bit of a slump, but I think they're going to bounce back. Probably clutch up that number one seed towards the very end of the season. But I think they're going to hold on. But it won't be by much though. Maybe like 1 or 2 games.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what though, if they keep a 6-game lead for that number one spot, it's going to be hard to beat them.
Devin Booker will be all NBA and he'll get his Supermax contract this year. If they keep that 6-game lead, yeah.
He should be all NBA this year regardless.
I agree. He should be in the MVP conversation. But if Devin Booker makes all NBA, then he's eligible for a Supermax contract this summer.
Really? So, that's the way it works?
Yeah, I think to get a Supermax, you have to make all NBA. There are like certain accolades you got to achieve. And the only one missing from Devin Booker this year is all NBA.
He's been
first, second, or third team, I believe. So he's got to make one of the 3 teams.
Shout out to the Supermax. Shout out to the all NBA teams. Yo, speaking of accolades, who do you think wins the MVP? Now they're in the second half of the season.
I've been riding this ship all season. I'm gonna keep on going. Joel Embiid. He's
yes,
the MVP.
Sir. I'm right there with you, man.
He would have been the MVP last night had Team Durant held on to one. Like Joel's a beast. I know
he's dominant. Like Jokic, and I want you to know, to all my Jokic fans out here, he is very dominant too. But Embiid,
man, it's something different. He a different animal, man.
Like it may be because like Embiid's more of a empowering physical figure, although like Jokic is a 7-footer too, so he ain't no small dude. But like Embiid, he got some meat on them bones.
Dog, like when Embiid dunks, you can feel it through the screen, right? Like he dunks with power. Jokic, like I said, he can barely jump over a sheet of paper, but like Embiid,
we got to stop playing the league MVP like he's not an athletic beast.
He is, but he just can't jump, and that's okay. His game isn't predicated on athleticism.
You heard what Wesley said, or Spike Lee said.
What Spike Lee said? I missed it.
White men can't jump.
Oh, Jesus. I'll walk
Yo,
right into that one.
yo, I think that that's funny because let me ask you this:
Hmm.
if the movie White Men Can't Jump came out in 2022, do you think it doesn't get flagged as reverse racist or racist?
It depends on how it was released, right? If it was released as like a comedy, I think you might be able to get away with it.
Nah,
But
it's
if
as
it's
a
released as a
as a
drama,
drama. It's 2022. You
then
know everything's got to be drama.
no. Dog, speaking of dramas, I haven't watched a single episode. Like, have you watched any of Bel Air yet? Like, I keep
Nah,
hearing good things, but I just can't
I
get
keep
behind it,
hearing
man.
good things.
Uncle Phil's supposed to be fat. Jeffrey's supposed to be a smartass, and it's supposed to be funny. Like, apparently Carlton doing cocaine, dog, that's too real.
Carlton doing cocaine. Yo, take me back to the days when people was getting off the light skin, dark skin Aunt Vid jokes off. Now we
Yeah,
got Carlton out here doing the yay. Pusha T ain't
Carlton.
asked for this.
Pusha T wrote, they gave Pusha T Carlton's character and say, hey, dog,
Man, I'm gonna
you
tell you
write
what,
it.
and Push, if I get a damn Carlton yay bar in this next album, I'ma have a problem. Because we ain't getting this ain't the Fresh Prince that I know. Ain't no dance. He don't do the dance either.
No, he do the line dance.
Yeah, he definitely do the
He line dancing.
he, do- he doing he doing the line dance at all. Never mind.
The China White dance.
Oh nah. First, so no, I haven't seen Fresh Prince. I don't know if I really want to keep the beam, but I have heard good things about it.
Yeah.
So I'm contemplating it. Yo, Kyle asks, how is it petty to want accolades? As far as I see it, in regards to Chris Paul, Chris Paul has done enough to earn that record, which
Yeah.
he has made enough All-Star games to win this record. I just think it's funny that literally the day of the report of you being out 6 to 8 weeks for a broken thumb comes out, like a report maybe like 2 hours follows up with that saying, oh, but he's gonna play though, because like he's gonna play on a limited basis. And I'm like, okay, Chris Paul. And then when I found out you're an assist away during the game, I'm like, this guy, you're not slick. You step-cutting mother. But I didn't say.
Chris Paul said 6 to 8 weeks starting tomorrow.
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks starting.
It's starting Monday. 6 to
All
8
right. So in other bullshit that we've heard, so there's been some reports. Well, over the All-Star weekend, we saw TJ McCollum kind of come out and say that he has not heard from Zion Williamson since he's been traded. We saw JJ Redick earlier today on 22222. And Stephen A. Smith kind of also speak on this earlier about Zion feels disconnected, not really being there with the teammates. Now, I don't really know what's going on in the locker room. I'm not going to pretend like I know. Danny, kind of based on this, do you think we're really going to see Zion play for the Pelicans again? And if not, is this the instance where the franchise is actually right and the player is on some bullshit?
So I think it was Bomani has this thing like if you want to get traded, the best thing for you to do is act right, right? And Ben Simmons and James Harden are the exceptions. But if you want to get traded, you come in, you play well, you show the franchise that you can be professional even when you're not happy, and then that increases your trade value. So if Zion wants to get out, first you got to lose weight. Then you got to go hoop and be good at hooping. But we see on Twitter all the time people are saying like chestnut checkers, and CJ is absolutely playing chess right now. Like I know we live in a time where we're supposed to be mindful of how people are feeling if they're down the dumps. CJ said, "No, I'm gonna call this man out on national television," and I respect that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because CJ is respected around the league. I think he is a representative of the Players Association. He may even be the president. Like to have him sit there and call you out on national TV, there's no way Zion wins this war, right? Like what can Zion say to CJ right now that makes him look good? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing Zion can say.
And I also think it's funny how, like, yo, Zion, you had, what was it, last year where you had kind of like that All-Star S season, but you didn't play the whole season. But when you did play, you were clearly dominant. Year before that, which
This is rookie year, right? This is
his
year
rookie,
3 for him, right?
and did he win Rookie of the Year? No.
No,
Ja Morant did.
Ja
John
Morant did.
Morant did, and so he might not even played his rookie year, or he played very little. So, like, you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying here? Like, there's already been like a lot of injury history with you. There's been obviously, like you were saying, like some weight issues. It's like, yo, to get into a point where like you're Ben Simmons and you're James Harden, recognize what those two individuals were doing.
Yeah.
Like, the franchises knew that those were pillars. I think now you're coming up on a point where I think New Orleans is wondering if, hey, is Zion really the pillar here? Or could it be Brandon Ingram or CJ McCollum? Or, you know?
And that's frustrating because that's a good team. Like, that is a playoff team. If Zion
Which,
is healthy, CJ and Brandon Ingram, that is a good team in the West. Like,
which is why that's why I asked the question, like, is this one of the instances? Like, I know you've had like the James Harden situation in both
Mhm.
Philly and in Houston. You've had the Ben Simmons. You've had the who else disgruntled superstars has been traded. You had the John Wall from a few years ago.
Mhm.
You had Russell Westbrook to go to Washington. You've had these instances where players get traded, but the thing about here are the names that I'm mentioning and the roles that they brought to their team. Now, when you look at Zion, it's like the difference between you and those organizations was like those organizations weren't in a position where they were trying to win and they respected the players' wish to go somewhere and compete and win. The Pelicans are trying to compete and win. You don't want to be in New Orleans to
Right.
try to compete and win. Okay, now, sir, yes, they tried prior. They were working to get the resources they need to build. Now they're there. You got to show up to work, dog.
You got
You
to
got
show
to
up to
show up to
work,
work.
man.
And we kind of getting tired of hearing may require another surgery, foot still not healed. It's like, yo, the fuck is you around here doing other than
What is you
eating?
doing? What is you doing to get healthy?
And I'm
What
gonna
are you
tell
doing to
you,
get
boy,
home?
you don't want to get that reputation of a big boy, fat boy. Now, in retrospect, we have seen players like Joel Embiid
Mhm.
kind of struggle with those first almost handful of years, and then it clicks. Now they're healthy, so maybe we'll
Yeah.
see that. But god damn, Zion.
Well, Joel had a weight problem too in the very beginning, right? And then, like you said, he got it together, and now he's going to be the
It took
MVP.
someone it took some of these OGs, these NBA
Yeah.
OGs, just being like, "Yo, get your shit together, man."
Good
And it's
luck,
only a matter
CJ.
of time. I mean, Charles and Shaq about to be on him. They about to be like, "All right, dog, like, come to,
I mean, but
like."
does that work for him, right? Like, that worked when they did that to Embiid and clowned him on national television, but they've been clowning Zion for like 2 years. Zion don't care.
Yeah, he makes you really wonder how. I don't want to say it. How badly do you think he really wants to be in the NBA?
I think if he got traded to the Knicks, which is apparently where he wanted to go out of Duke, I think we'd see a whole nother Zion. He trying to take a play out of the James Harden playbook, but he hasn't proven to be James Harden.
And yo, Zion, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Pelicans, if they really wanted to be petty as hell, we'll sit this one out. You want a rookie deal anyway, buddy?
Yep.
We'll sit this one out. Fuck
Yep.
it. And then what?
Then what?
I don't think that's the way to go, man. Because they're trying to win.
Yeah.
They're at least trying to compete, Zion. You could have been like, look, now they could have did you like they did Devin Booker out in Phoenix. Took
Yep.
that man some years before he got a team. Come on, Zion, get it together. You better
Get it
now.
together.
You better now. All right. We also heard at the NBA All-Star game that LeBron James wants to play with Bronny.
Yo, you go first.
Outside of the evident tampering that this is doing, do you think this is even possible?
I feel
Like,
so
if you're
bad
an
for Bron.
organization, do you tank for 2 or so
Hell no.
years to go
No.
for Bronny?
Hell no. So first of all, I feel bad for Bronny. Bronny, if you hear this, stay in school as long as you can. Kick that can down because you don't want to play with your father. Like, he's probably texting Savannah, like, "Hey, yo, tell dad to chill." I can't imagine him being his rookie year. Let's say he is prepared for the NBA 1 year out of college, which I don't think so, but whatever. Perfect scenario, goes to college 1 year, is drafted. You're an NBA rookie. 21 years old. No, 20, 21 years old. You traveling the country. You trying to visit these cities. You trying to go get your swerve on. You trying to go meet some girls, but you can't
Not
because
swerve. Not get your swerve on. Not get your yo. Age us out a little bit here. Yo, get your
yeah,
swerve on.
he out here trying to get his swerve on, but you can't because dad is two doors down, texting you, knocking on your door, saying it's time to watch film and drink
What you
broccoli
talking
smoothies.
about?
Yo,
So you
Bronny,
think Bron you think little Bronny gonna be down getting his swerve on and Bron ain't gonna be two doors up doing the same?
no, no, I'm talking about Bronny gonna try to sneak out. Listen, like Bronny gonna
You know
try to
me
go hang
sneak
out
out. He's,
with LaMelo,
man, let
but
me tell you something.
LeBron is gonna be like, "Hey son, it's time for film study and it's time for some broccoli
God,
smoothies."
he gonna be
And you
studying
know
some.
that,
You don't think
and
Bron putting some
no,
nah means in his son's phone? Nah
no,
mean.
nah, I don't think of that at all. I do think that LeBron will be absolutely unbearable. Like his IG post are going to be so unbearable that year if he gets to play with Bronny.
Nah.
He is going to be so annoying that
But on the
like
flip
Adam
side,
Silver's
you
like,
gotta
"Hey dog, you better."
think about like the players in the league that are gonna see Bron or Bronny. They're gonna be like, "Nah, I'm gonna come at him. He think he's something. He Bron's son."
I feel so bad for Bronny. Stay in school as long, redshirt your freshman year, and then take all 5 years of eligibility until your dad is gone. Dude, I don't wish that on him at all. It's going to be terrible.
I will say this for you teams like Orlando, for
Oh
you
my
teams
god,
like Detroit, for you teams like New Orleans, Sacramento, don't tank.
do
Matter of
not.
fact, you should try. Because I'm going to tell you right now, y'all seeing this statement by LeBron and seeing super dad moment, which this
Yeah.
is. What I'm seeing is Bron been hanging out with some football players and remembered about how Archie Manning got Eli to the
Mhm.
Giants. And he said, yo, hold my fucking beer, Arch Manning, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm telling everybody, yo, you draft my son, you draft me. Who's going to be, fam?
I feel so sorry for Bronny. I feel so bad for
It
him.
wouldn't surprise me if Bron asks for a trade to a random ass team. And that random ass team is probably going to likely end up drafting Bronny. And it's going to be completely scripted by Adam Silver in the league, but it's
Yes.
ratings and it's a TV show, and not even Vince McMahon could script something like this. Kyle says, I get LeBron's desire to want to play with his son. That is quite remarkable as an athlete in any sport to play for as long that you are playing in a sport so long that you are teammates with your offspring. I agree. I think it's cool. I support it. You know, Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. I thought was pretty cool. Gordie Howe was teammate with both of his sons on the Hartford Whalers. Hopefully, we see LeBron James and
I don't want
and
I don't want to
Bronny.
see that. I don't. Savannah, please step in.
You sound like
Please
a hater.
save
You
your
sound like a
son.
hater.
Save your son, Savannah.
Nah,
You do
you sound
not
like
want
a
him
hater.
playing with your a
Nah,
hater.
you sound like a hater.
How do I sound like
You
a hater? I
sound
feel.
drunk like Jordan was at that ceremony.
Hey,
Now,
yo,
can we
shout
talk about now? Let's talk about that. Yo, first off, this is what I think happened. I think Jordan, who was at the Daytona 500 earlier that day, saw a picture of folks gambling and said, "No, y'all not. No, y'all not about to gamble with that old 23. Y'all got the wrong 23. If y'all think y'all gambling with Brian, bet I'm on the way." He called that damn private jet so fast. Yo, Jordan pulled up. Yo, I bet you. And we couldn't smell him. So, you know, like the pictures don't tell the whole story. I bet you for everyone who hugged Jordan, that brother smelled like nothing but whiskey, alcohol, and cigars.
Did you see that picture of him and Mary J. Blige?
Oh, that
Jordan.
man. He was listening to Mary. He hugged her like he was listening to Mary's catalog before he hugged her. He had listened
Listen,
to "I'm So Fine" or whatever the song is right
his
before.
his wedding ring was touching the ass that ring did not get married to.
Fam, Jordan, Jordan was hugging up on her like he wasn't a married man. Like the Joker was wilding. You see the way he hugged all up on Luca. The way
Well, that's
was
because Luka's the one.
was it Jordan or was it? Nah, that was Magic. One of them was rubbing the back of Steph Curry's head.
Oh yeah.
I said, "The fuck is going on here? What is this? This is what we do. This is what we do."
I forgot about that.
So my thing was Magic. I said, "I used to like Magic. You need to stop. I see why you was running through him, Magic. He had
The only person who could do that and get away with it was Dennis Rodman.
Oh,
like Dennis Rodman only who could rub someone's back of the head and be fine.
Yeah, who the hell told Dennis Rodman don't touch the back of my head? Yeah,
not me. Shout out to Scottie Pippen for hating Jordan so much he didn't come.
Yeah, I definitely think Jordan was drunk during that, which made it funny because when I saw Jordan and Bron with the dap up in the embrace, this is what it took me back. This is the immediate thing it took me back to. There are people who spend years of their lives arguing LeBron James over Michael Jordan and making it seem like these two guys cannot stand each other. When they just realized, it just hit me, these two dudes probably cool as hell.
Yep.
These two dudes probably cool as hell. What the hell are we talking about?
Yep.
I'm not doing the Jordan LeBron combo no more. Yo, if you think Michael Jordan's better than LeBron James, salute to you. If you think LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, salute to you. You know who I pick? God.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, you didn't turn this into altar call.
the Lord and Savior, the Holy Ghost. That's what I'm saying. Don't ask me about no more damn LeBron James or Michael. I'm tired of it. I'm not doing it no more. It's played out. Yeah, they both great. They both great. Shout out to
this man did just
yeah, Jesus. I ain't never seen LeBron hit a step back like Jesus do.
Hey, you going to hell?
Hey, Jordan can't under the basket like Jesus do. That's the holy crossover is what they call it.
Jesus was hooping in hell in sandals and won.
Yo, Jesus said he gonna give you a triple-double through hell and high water. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Nah, Jesus said he giving you 40, 15, and 12 through hell and high water. And it don't matter who's
sandals.
You can pin me on the cross because I'm gonna still get these buckets. That's what Jesus said. I ain't never seen LeBron or Jordan do that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yo, Kyle said, "Are you sure God can beat Jordan 1-on-1? That would be close." Hey, man.
Look. Yo, God will smite that man.
Hey, Larry Bird. Hey, now, in Jordan defense, Larry Bird had to sit there and watch Jordan put up 60 of them things in the playoffs. He said, true. Yo, that wasn't Michael Jordan. That was God playing basketball. Well, I'm here to tell you, Larry Legend, if God out there playing basketball, hey, Jordan might be in for a long day coming off that pick and roll trying to.
So you saying on the back of the cross was a hoop? They was hooping one day.
They pinned Jesus to that cross. He gave him 35 and 15 the next day. Said, "I'm fresh first day out. Don't y'all play with my Lord and Savior out here, dog. Don't play with my Lord and Savior, man." Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Last basketball related story I got. This one's not in relations to the NBA. This one is what happened later the day or midday on Sunday. And it was so unbelievable that when I saw everyone start tweeting the word or the name Juwan Howard, I thought some shit had happened to him. Said,
yeah, me too.
Howard? So that's keep refreshing. Then I saw the video. Yo, people, I'm going to tell you right now, Juwan Howard, yes, your team was down 15. And yes, that was a very ill-advised timeout that man took on the other side. But, brother, before I prayed for you through the situation, I want you to know I laughed my ass off at this situation. Yo, this is why. I said at the top of the show, and I'm going to say it again. People, if somebody tell you, don't touch me and throw a fucking anywhere in between them words, please Do not touch them. Because y'all saw what happened to that man. Juwan Howard didn't know if he wanted to punch that man in his face, slap the shit out of him, or bring him closer so he can punch the shit out of him a little bit harder. And he found something in the middle because he hit him with like a snatch and grab.
Yeah, he was.
In your face. It was in your face.
Give me that.
Now, I've seen a lot of y'all in the comments saying he felt threatened by that yada yada yada. Juwan Howard a punk yada yada. Y'all ain't never been in a fight before. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when you mad and you fuming, you already feel like somebody on that fuck shit, and they touch you after you tell them don't touch you, I promise you, you was going to knock them upside their fucking head too. Yep. Now, I hate that it escalated a little bit. So I understand Juwan Howard catching the suspension for the regular season,
which is fine, which is perfect.
No, I'm not here to condone violence. His punishment is very well justified.
Yeah,
but he tried to warn him. It's like the name of the title says.
Tried to warn him.
Dan, let me ask you something. If you're Juwan Howard, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when you come back, right, and you play, you're likely going to see this Wisconsin team again.
Mm-hmm.
How do you address this situation?
To the team or to who?
Well, I think to the team. I mean, to the team. Yo, y'all held me down and hold y'all down. You know what it is.
Yeah, I'm about to say that team is strong. Like, I wouldn't be shocked that team made a run to the Final Four after that. Ain't nothing like a good fight.
They close to never now.
Yeah, ain't nothing like a good scrap. Shout out. Who was that kid? I missed his numbers. He threw like 4-5 jabs.
Hey, you saw him doing?
Yeah, he said, pap, pap, pap. He said, we hit.
Look, if the damn coach didn't take the headlines for swapping somebody, my man would have been front page of USA Today.
Yo, he threw a couple. He didn't care if he hit his teammates, a coach, a ref. He was just there to hit somebody.
And then on top of that, yo, I know this is like sportsmanship of the game, but if it's clear that your coach ain't fucking with my coach, maybe everyone just need to go in their locker rooms. Maybe everyone just need to go back to their locker rooms. It ain't no good game. Fuck y'all. Let's go.
I hope we get a rematch in the Big Ten tournament. I hope it works out because I'd love to see it.
Sports gods, if you listening, a rematch would actually be too perfect. It's almost like a Rams and Chiefs Super Bowl. We're not going to get it. We're not going to get it. It makes too much sense.
I hope we do.
We can add this. You can add that the Rams Chiefs Super Bowl to the list of like sporting events we're really never going to see. Bron versus Jordan in the finals. Kobe versus Bron in the finals. We're likely never going to see Steph and Bron on the same team. We're never going to see Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. Hell, we can't even get them to play a regular season game together or versus each other. I mean, like, what else? I mean,
we never. What else? What else do we?
We'll never see the Mavs have two consistent A1 players. They're always going to only see one, and it's likely going to be a foreigner.
We didn't have to get disrespectful.
That's true. That's a narrative of the Mavs. Y'all always keep one verified superstar who always happens to be a foreigner. The previous one was Dirk. Now y'all got Luka.
Luka, you heard it here first. Nikola Jokic will be a Maverick in 2 years.
Damn.
Here we go.
Let's do it. Like this guy is unbelievable. Nah,
Nikola Jokic. No, you see how close they were at the All-Star game.
I think I can make an audio book of like the Mavs and the Eagles takes from you, like, because they're getting like I think periodically they have gotten more and more ridiculous.
Hey man, we one step closer to get Russell Wilson. We here. I'm a prophet. All right, man. I'm a prophet.
Thank you, Kyle. See, Kyle even agrees. He said even before Dirk, they had Steve Nash, the international Mavericks, we should call him. And yes, I believe Steve Nash. He's just a white man, but he got some.
He's from Canada.
He's a Canadian. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
he's
keep
from
some internet.
Canada.
Y'all keep some international superstars up in Dallas, and there's nothing wrong with that. I
Best scout
respect it.
team in the world, Craig. Just can't scout
Hey,
in America.
the Lakers is the team built by trades and super signings. With drafting, developing, shit. You lucky. You're lucky. When was the last player the Lakers drafted and developed and he became?
Kuzma. Oh, I didn't let you finish your sentence. Who
Nah,
became
you
what?
answered it. It was with Kuzma, and I don't have an answer because
Yeah, who in the chat spamming? Get out of here. What
nah,
is
Von
Voom
Rent,
today? Take
Vom,
that porn somewhere else, man. What is
nah,
this?
Von Rent, Vum today, Byron,
No.
Namdi was Gucci. Where we at? Where we at with it? Yeah, what's this? What is this? Where's this note about prospects boycotting the NFL Combine? Tell me more about this.
Yeah, so apparently I read this other day, Brian Florio. So the NFL this year, the combine in Indianapolis are trying to change the order of operations, so to speak, to prevent more contact and the spread of COVID. So they're going to turn it into a bubble, and they're changing the way it runs. And a lot of prospects are saying that it's not advantageous to their careers that the new format is could be harming to their scores and to their draft stock. So a lot of agents and a lot of the talent have talked about boycotting the scouting combine, and it's gotten so bad that the NFL Players Association, the union, is on the side of those boycotting the combine because apparently the union has had issues with the combine for years, and it sounds like they're just using this as a co-op to agree to air their grievances with the combine too. It's very interesting.
So, what are the proposed changes? I know they said it's like a bubble, or is this going to
Mhm.
be? Are they changing what things are done when?
Yeah, I think they're trying to limit exposure. So like they're trying to limit the number of people on the field. Like the athletes are saying that it messes up their sleep schedule and their like nutrition and the things that they need to do to perform in tip top shape. But the NFL is coming back and they're like, well, this is to prevent the spread of COVID. We think this is a better option to still hold the combine.
Oh, I think that's interesting. After you motherfuckers just played a fucking Super Bowl in fucking
Hello.
LA, you
Hello.
you not only did that, but y'all had a fucking halftime show with six of the biggest fucking musical. Yo, just say y'all wanna get a chance to ask these prospects some of the most violating questions ever and get away
Yep.
with it. Get out of here. Get out
Less
of here.
witnesses.
You know what? That's about as petty as Kevin Garnett still holding this beef with Ray Allen, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm kind of confused because when I typed this question, I saw that video of Ray Allen dapping up LeBron and Kevin Garnett looked like he just wanted to swing on him. But then Paul Pierce posted a picture on Instagram of all three of them standing and smiling. So I don't know what to believe. I think Kevin Garnett still hates Ray Allen.
He does. He definitely does. I personally think I think KG was probably like, yo, I mean, we here at the 75th. It's an all-star. Like, I'm not gonna take this time today to really get off the bars I have about this guy. We can let bygones be bygones for this particular moment because, like, who knows if by NBA 100 who's going to be where. So I'm gonna let
Right.
you have this. I'm not gonna do this. I guarantee when them cameras went off, probably looked at PP. The truth was like, hey,
Never again.
yeah.
Because apparently Paul Pierce is cool with Ray Allen. It's just Kevin
Yeah,
Garnett and Rhonda who hate him.
which makes sense. KG and Rondo are some petty dudes. So
Yes, they
makes
are.
sense. Paul Pierce just seemed like he did for the blunts, the strips, and the good time. So,
Yes. And we all can appreciate
which
that.
what a way to force yourself to get fired.
Mm.
We don't want to talk about it.
He didn't
All
have
right.
to go.
And Kyle had one more thing. So, in regards to our conversation about the NFL Combine and people potentially boycotting, he says, from what he understands, athletes won't have access to their personal trainers on top of the other things you guys mentioned. So, maybe this is why they're kind of boycotting. I guess the regular amenities that they're used to sounds like it's not going to be there. Which, hey, if this is your one opportunity to prove yourself worthy, up your draft grade, for a chance at generational life changing money, I understand why they feel some type of way. So I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it. All right, Danny. So I
Yes.
know we're kind of talking about the Mavs. We're
Hmm.
speaking to how they always keep an international superstar. Right now, they currently have Luka Doncic, an all-star, all NBA player, who I believe is one of the 5, 10 best NBA players in the world, or best basketball players in the world. But we're going to actually go back in time to talk about someone who you think was catching a little bit too much hate this past All-Star weekend in Dirk Nowitzki. So I'm going to turn it over to you because I
Yes.
want to hear this.
So, and it was subliminal shots, and I'll start from the top and work our way down. So, the NBA releases their top 75 players, and then the Athletic and the ESPN, they take these 75 players and they rank these players. And the folks over the Athletic, I'm a subscriber, great journalism. They had audacity to rank Kevin Garnett in front of Dirk. And I am so sick and tired of having this conversation about KG and Dirk, because Dirk is better than Kevin Garnett. And it's close, but it's not as close as you think. I spent 3 hours yesterday researching a whole bunch of stuff. So this is going to be a lot of numbers for the TI-83 crowd. But I'm also going to go to the other side.
Not TI-83. Okay, I'll at me.
So head to head, Dirk and Kevin Garnett played each other 37 times. Dirk won 20 of them. Dirk is 20 and 17 against Kevin Garnett. Out of all power forwards, first of all, let me ask you a question. What's Kevin Garnett known for? Why do people love him?
Rebounding, defense, and tenacity on the court, on and off
All
the
right.
court.
Yeah, exactly. So out of every power forward that played Kevin Garnett at least 25 times, Karl Malone averaged the most points against him. Dirk averaged the second most. Some defender, if Dirk is getting off like that when he plays you.
Yeah, I need to know where you getting this research from. These are incredible numbers.
Dog, yesterday I was in my feelings. I was so angry yesterday. Kevin Garnett head to head. These are the averages against each other. Let me make sure averages against each other. Garnett averaged 22, 12, and 4 plus 81. Dirk against Garnett 23, 8, 2 plus 108. Dirk ate off that man, and he ate off that man a lot.
Pause.
I don't care how it sounds. I don't give a damn. We ain't doing none of that tonight. We still in the TI-83 in that section. During the regular season, over the course of their careers, KG and Dirk pretty much averaged the same PER. In the playoffs, Kevin Garnett's PER dipped while Dirk's went up. Same thing for points. Kevin Garnett was going to give you 22 regardless. Dirk upped his average in the playoffs to 24. Dirk was going to give me an extra bucket, and I knew it. And that's why Dirk won more than Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett's a better rebounder. Kevin Garnett, low key, is a better facilitator. Actually, Kevin Garnett's like in top 50 in assists, which is a bananas for a power forward. It's kind of crazy. What else we got? I'm sorry. I'm just so upset about this. Yeah, that's kind of where I stopped at.
So your main beef was that people weren't consistently putting
ESPN put Dirk in front of Kevin Garnett, which is correct.
So your beef was people didn't keep that same energy for Kevin Garnett that they do, or for Dirk that they do Kevin Garnett when they ranked him above. When you're saying the stats and numbers show that Dirk was the better player.
Dirk is the better player. And let me ask you a question.
And they both have one ring too, by the way.
They both have one ring. LeBron, the game-winning shot he hit the other night. What kind of shot was that?
Oh, step back fadeaway.
The one leg fadeaway. He put his knee up. Who gave us that shot? Who gave us that shot?
Hey, Dirk was the one who.
I don't see anyone doing a little Kevin Garnett mid-range, whatever he was doing. No. We're talking about a man who revolutionized the game. When we talk about power forwards from that era, it is Tim Duncan. There is a gap. There's Dirk Nowitzki. There's a basement, and then there's Kevin Garnett. We need to stop this foolishness.
Under the basement, you say?
Kevin Garnett is a great player, and he deserves to be on the top 75 team. But this notion that he should be mentioned in the same breath as Dirk is ridiculous. Stop it.
What do you say to the folks that say Dirk wasn't even the best power forward in the state of Texas during his time?
I'm saying he played at the same time as the greatest power forward ever. Tim Duncan's the best power forward ever.
So
And
what
with
do you
that
say?
being said,
So do you
Dirk
think if you
still
swap Tim Duncan and Dirk, that Dirk would have 5 rings?
no. That is a core. Tim Duncan gets to San Antonio, they start winning. And granted, Pop got there at the same time, but there is a direct correlation to Tim Duncan and winning. Tim Duncan is gone and he has been gone, and the Spurs haven't won since. Like that is Tim Duncan. He's the
He's the
best
big
power forward
fundamental.
ever. He's the
Big
best.
fundamental.
Like I'm not even saying Dirk belongs in the same conversation as Tim Duncan because he doesn't. Because
He
Tim
used to
Duncan
give people buckets too. Like he was. They don't make
was
power forward. I just feel like power forward is such an interesting position now because like outside of Giannis,
it really isn't. They all want to be stretch fours, and that's because of who? 41. On to my second and my biggest gripe, Mr. Dwyane Wade, in his petty ass comments from All Star Saturday night. So when Karl Anthony Towns won the 3-point contest, Dwyane let it come out of his mouth that Cat was the best shooting big man ever. Like he didn't watch Dirk smoke his eyes out in 2011 and leave his ass in Miami with a ring.
now why are you doing that? Now
No,
why
no,
are
no,
you
no, no, no,
doing
no,
that?
no, no,
Now
no,
why
no,
are
no.
you doing that?
We just getting cracking on Dwyane because Dwyane Dirk been chilling. He letting bygones be bygones, but Dwyane can't keep his mouth shut. So let's do this. And I'm gonna say this: without a top 75 player by his side, Dwyane Wade was some mid that struggled to make the playoffs in a watered down Eastern Conference.
Now, I have to disagree with you on that, my brother, because if you go back and you watch that 06 finals, I just need you to
But
recognize
he had
what he was
Shaq
doing.
though. I said without a top
Yeah,
75 player.
but who won the finals MVP? Go back and watch Dwyane. Come on
Without a
now.
top
I ain't gonna let you
75
get
player
I'm not gonna let
by
you get
his
your bars off.
side. Oh,
I'm not gonna let you get your
I'm
I'm not gonna let you get your bars
We
off.
pushing agendas tonight. Don't worry, I got numbers for you. Because again, this was another part of my research. How many MVPs does Dwyane Wade have regular season? 0. Let's see. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's been robbed of like 1 or 2. He's been in a race, a strong race.
When Dwyane Wade does not have a top 75 player, he had Shaq, he had LeBron, he had Ray Allen. Chris Bosh is not on that list. He made it to the second round 2 times in his career. He lost in the second round in 03 and 04 to the Pacers in 6, and then he lost to the Raptors in 15 and 16 in 7 games. But Chris Bosh was on that team. I'm going to read off some teams for you, and you tell me which teams are more intimidating. So over the course of Dwyane Wade's team, these are the teams that rule the East that he would eventually have to get over if he wanted to win. Chauncey Billups Pistons, Jason Kidd's Nets. Dwyane got in the league the year after they went to the finals, so he had that team. LeBron and the Cavs, Paul Pierce and the Celtics. That 1 year, not the 1 year, Dwight Howard and Magic, they were in the same conference. Derrick Rose and the Bulls.
2 year stretch.
Paul George and the Pacers towards the end of his career.
That was like a 3 or 4 year stretch.
Let me read off the teams that Dirk had to face. Tim Duncan Spurs. They were in the same division his entire career. Can't win without going through Tim Duncan. Kobe's Lakers.
Dynasty.
Scottie Pippen's Trailblazers that should have went to the finals. Scottie Pippen took that Blazers team to the Western Conference Finals early in Dirk's career. Chris Webber's Kings, that team got robbed to go into the finals. So Steve Nash and Mike D'Antoni's Suns when Steve Nash won back-to-back MVP. Darren Williams and the Jazz when they had that run. And then at the end of his career, he had to face Kevin Durant in the Thunder. And then at the very end of his career, he had to run into the Warriors. What list of teams sound harder to you or more intimidating?
Gee, Chief, I'm going to be honest with you. Both sets of opponents don't really sound like they're that pleasant.
Sir. There is
because you're looking at what you're doing is looking at it with a little bit of revisionist history, knowing how those teams played out now. During the times, though, each team that you named for both people during their times were legitimate contenders.
You're
Now,
not.
in
You're not.
retrospect, as you look back on some of those teams, we see now that the LeBronless Heat with some wash ups. We realize now that the Derrick Rose Bulls couldn't stay healthy. They weren't what they turned out to be. But during their time, though, contextually speaking, those were legitimate contenders, and we can't do that. We can't change the
Yes.
fact that we
Yes, we
can't change
can.
their outcomes, but we have to respect the contenders in which they were at that time.
Would you rather face Tim Duncan in the Western Conference Final? Or would you rather face Chauncey Billups?
The Pistons, both teams won chips. What are you talking about?
We ain't even got to think about that.
Both teams won championships.
Now,
Chauncey's Pistons and the Duncan Spurs. I cannot let you.
okay.
I'm gonna let you
How
push some nasty agendas. That one's not gonna be it.
how about this? Would you rather face Dwight Howard and Rashard Lewis
Stop
and
it.
that Magic team,
Now you're
or
about
would
to
you rather,
compare this against some crazy
or
juggernaut.
would you rather play the Suns, Mike D'Antoni's Suns? That Suns team never won a championship. That Suns team never made the finals.
Both of those teams went to the finals and got smoked.
No, the Suns never made it to the finals. Mike D'Antoni's
because
Suns
they
never made
kept
it to the
running to
finals.
Kobe. They kept running
No,
to
they
Kobe.
ran into Tim Duncan. They ran into the Spurs.
Yo, so they lost 2 champions. So essentially it's like the Bills and the Chiefs. It's like you played the team who probably it's like the Chiefs and the Bengals. I mean, you played the team that you felt like you probably could have beat, but you didn't, and they went on to win it all. It is what it is.
I got more. So when Dwyane Wade didn't have a top 75 player on his team, how many top 4 seeds did he get? How many times he finished the top 4 when he didn't have Shaq, LeBron, or Ray Allen?
It's hard. So I'm going to say 0.
Twice. He did it in 03 and 04 as a 4 seed. And then in 2015, 2016, he was a 3 seed. How many times did Dirk?
With who? Was that with who?
15, 16 was the last. That was when they lost the Raptors in 7. That was Bosch's last year in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. How many times did Dirk get a top 4 seed in the West without Jason Kidd or Steve Nash, the only 2 top 75 players he played with? And he had Steve Nash before his prime, then he got old Jason Kidd. 3. 04, 05, he was the 4 seed. 05, 06, he was the 4 seed. And then 06, 07, he was the 1 seed. That's when he lost to the Warriors. At age 37, Dirk Nowitzki took the starting lineup of Raymond Felton, Zaza Pachulia, who was that? He took, at 37 years old, he took that team to the playoffs. Dwyane could never. There is a reason people rank Dwyane in the low 30s, high 40s in these top 75 lists. We talk about him like he's one of the greatest shooting guards ever. No. When he didn't have LeBron, when he didn't have Shaq or Ray Allen, he was
a lot of people's shooting guards list is Mike, Kobe,
people like Dwyane Wade because he's cool, he's married to Gabrielle Union, and he's a great father. But when he didn't have LeBron or Shaq, he struggled to make the playoffs in a watered-down Eastern Conference. Dwyane, keep Dirk name out your mouth. Last thing, he talked about Karl Anthony Towns being the best shooting big man ever. I looked that up too. Only thing Karl Anthony Towns got on Dirk is shoot 3-point shooting percentage. Karl Anthony Towns is 40%, and I rounded up. He averages 40% from 3. Dirk averaged 38, which is really impressive. Dirk has entered the 50-40-90 club. For those who don't know, 50-40-90 is 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. Klay Thompson is not on that list, but Dirk Nowitzki is. Karl Anthony Towns has never sniffed the 50-40-90 because he can't hit his damn free throws. Don't you ever in your life put Karl Anthony Towns and Dirk Nowitzki in the same sense in your motherfucking life. Karl Anthony Towns has been in the league for 6 years, and he's only made the playoffs once. I don't want to hear that shit ever again.
Yeah, you going hard, right? I'm going to let... okay, I'm going to give it to you that I didn't think Karl Anthony Towns was the greatest shooting big man of all time. These stats only definitely prove that. but I'm not gonna let you get off this Dwayne Wade slander. I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
I am.
I'm.
I am pushing this
I'm not gonna
agenda.
let
I'm
you do that.
sick of it. I'm sick of Dwayne. And shout out to Reggie Miller because on this All Star game, Dirk got in the booth and sat beside D Wade. And Reggie's like, "Do I need to get between y'all two?" And they were all cordial or whatever. But you could tell Dirk don't like that man, and I appreciate that. And then Dirk left Karl Anthony Towns to the three, and Reggie was like, "Oh yeah, Dwayne, that's the greatest shooting big man ever. Isn't that what you said last night?" And Dwayne had to correct himself in front of America. He said, "Oh no, it's Dirk. Nah, son, keep that energy, Dwayne. Keep Dirk name
So
out your mouth."
D Wade and Dirk don't like each other for real.
No, they do not like it. Ever they didn't. I know in 06 when the Mavs choked, Dwayne had some things to say, but Dwayne being an asshole during 2011, mimicking Dirk when he had the flu before Game 4, I want to say, and of course LeBron was just following Wade. Like LeBron and Dirk are cool, but LeBron and D Wade, I mean Dirk and D Wade don't like each other. I still don't think they like each other. I know Dirk don't like them.
That's such a random beef to have. Dirk
It is.
Dirk, Dirk Nowitzki and Dwayne Wade beefing. It's like,
Last time they played when it mattered, Dirk smoked your eyes out in your home court and left you crying. Keep that man name out your mouth.
yo, is there anything else? I want to let you finish because you're
No,
going
sir.
hard for Dirk.
No,
I don't want to come in
no,
between.
sir. Like the Dirk slander got to stop. The best shooting big man ever, best European player ever, revolutionized the game. And y'all out here taking the word of some guy who shot 28% from three as a shooting guard. Fuck out my face, man. I don't want to hear that.
Y'all heard that? Stop playing. Stop playing with Dirk.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want
Yo,
to hear
make
it.
sure
Power for a better shooter than you.
y'all heard it, man. Stop playing with Dirk. Make sure y'all follow the pod at Speak On It. Speak On It _pod on Instagram, on Twitter. So make sure y'all follow that. Make sure y'all follow the boy at Los DMix on all socials. Then let them know where to find you, baby. Let them know where they can find this Mavs love for all the Mavs Twitter out here.
Find me on Twitter at MadAds14. Long live 41. 41 is greater than 21 and 3 combined.
21 and 3.
21 is Kevin Garnett. 3 is Dwayne Wade.
Oh my gosh. Yo. Yo, find someone who goes hard for you, like my man goes hard for the Mavs and Dirk, because he gonna pull out some advanced stats for you.
3 hours of my life yesterday.
Hey, people, you already know, keep it easy, keep it breezy, because when sports is there, we gonna be there to speak on it easy.
Ooh. Peace.